Nina Keller, K-E-L-L-E-R. I'm an elected official from the town of Wendell. The pipeline is not going through our property. That's irrelevant. We are a county, we're a state, and there's more than environmental and financial issues involved in this construction. There's a large moral issue. Fracking. We're transporting gas from areas that have had their water undermined. As the chair of the Board of Health, it's the Board of Health's responsibility to protect groundwater wells and the health of our community. And I have a statement that I'll submit to you with more details. We are mandated on the Board of Health to assess, regulate, and assure the public right to health, and especially during industrial construction and infrastructure change. Therefore, our Board of Health is in opposition to the Kinder Morgan pipeline proposed for the transport of fracked gas. We're also opposed to the process called fracking. Natural. What kind of word is that, and how easily it's thrown around to make us feel good? This is natural gas. I have issues I need you to look into and give us answers. Who is Kinder Morgan? Who is Berkshire Gas? Who owns this? Who's going to be making millions and millions of dollars while this area and the people of communities where the gas is fracked from suffer environmental degradation? We have that moral responsibility to speak out and not just so glibly say, well, we need jobs. Yes, we need jobs. There are people here, brightly colored shirts, many of them, all of my family and friends included, not just people who are looking for jobs to build this, but we need you, the Department of Public Utilities, to come up with alternatives supporting the national movement to save the environment and to come up with jobs that are not going to undermine and possibly threaten. The chemicals used in fracking are known carcinogens, teratogens, and so on, and they will be in the pipeline. We know that there are emissions, that there are leakages, and that Kinder Morgan, who is a brainchild of Enron, is at every corner is trying to scrimp and save on cheaper valves and linkages, so we need that to be considered in the financial. Is there really a balance in this? We need Berkshire, and who is Berkshire? Who owns it? Who's making the money from Berkshire? Sounds nice and homey and local. It is not. It's an international corporation. And we need Berkshire and all the other natural gas companies to fix their pipes, to fix their leaks. So thank you for your multitude of considerations. Thank you.
Jonathan Mark, M-A-R-K. I live in Warwick, Massachusetts. I moved to the area in 1970 and decided to buy land in 1982 with some friends and a partner. I built my house from the trees that were on the land. There's a moss brook going through it, and my first invitation to this issue was when Tennessee Gas Pipeline Company wrote and said they want to go right through my land, and I should wait till I meet with the DPU to petition, because I didn't want to give them surveying rights. After that, they changed their preferred route, and instead of coming right through my land, they're going around it and going through Northfield, about a mile away from the Northfield line, and where the compressor station's going in Northfield will be about 4 miles from my home, so it'll be loud. And people are talking about the public interest, and this is my interest, is to be inspired by nature and find solutions for our world, because we're overloaded with carbon in our atmosphere. And to have a compressor station, people are talking about people leaving to the south because, you know, the energy prices are too high. That's not the case for me. I burn with wood. I use wood from my land. I use very little in propane energy for gas stove and my water system. And my electric bill is maybe about $20 a month because I like to move my body and you know, efficiency and conservation. And now I'm waiting to see if this pipeline's coming through. If this pipeline comes through, if I can, I'll sell at a loss and go somewhere else, because my heart couldn't take this type of effect on this land that I really love. And I'm not sure where I would go, and I'm not sure if I would get anybody interested in living where I live, because people move there because of the nature. And to have this generation of noise and pollution is against all my road. All the people there are thinking about this when they wake up, when they go to sleep. It affects us very deeply. So I ask you for the public interest to say no to this pipeline.
Thank you. I am here representing Leader Fund Out Front and Fund Action Now, and I am a full-time volunteer dedicating my life to future generations. So tonight, as someone who walked 40 miles of the pipeline pilgrimage in April, I'd like to speak on behalf of the trees, the rivers, the wildlife, and the microbes that do more to sustain soil health and, by extension, our health than any of us in this room could possibly do. In our collective, charged, emotional energy at this very pivotal moment where we debate the essence of progress, let's simply hold these flora and fauna in our hearts and minds tonight. And I wish to read for you a short excerpt by Wendell Berry, featured in the spring 2015 issue of Yes Magazine. A steady stream of poisons is flowing from our croplands into the air and water. The land itself continues to flow or blow away, and in some places, erosion is getting worse. High grain prices are now pushing soybeans and corn onto more and more sloping land, and no-till technology does not prevent erosion on continuously cropped green fields. Climate change, supposedly, is recent. It is apocalyptic, big news, and these certified smart people all are talking about it, thinking about it, getting ready to deal with it in the future. It is true that changes in land abuse, by contrast, is ancient as well as contemporary. There is nothing futurological about it. It has been happening a long time, it is still happening, and it's getting worse. Most people have not heard of it. Most people would not know it if they saw it. It is true that changes in governmental policy, if the changes were made according to the right principles, would have to be rated as big solutions. Such big solutions surely would help, and a number of times, I, Wendell Berry, have tramped the streets to promote them. But just as surely they would fail if not accompanied by small solutions. And here we come to the reassuring difference between changes in policy and changes in principle. The needed policy changes, though addressed to present evils, wait upon the future, and so are presently non-existent. But changes in principle can be made now by so few as just one of us.
Please start up.
Sorry?
Please start up.
Changes in principle carried into practice are necessarily small changes made at home, by one of us or a few of us. Such small solutions do not wait upon the future. Insofar as they are possible now, exist now, are actual and exemplary now, they give hope. Hope, I concede, is for the future. Our nature seems to require us to hope that our life and the world's life will continue into the future. Even so, the future offers no validation of this hope. That validation is to be found only in the knowledge, the history, the good work, and the good examples that are now at hand.
Thank you.